This video is about troubleshooting and fixing a burping RV toilet. And this toilet is in a 2019 Rockwood Mini Lite 2509S that I bought used in mid 2023. So I'm going to show you what I meant by burping. So as I flush here, you see that there is a bubbling or air pushing back out of the toilet. That's what I meant by burping. And my speculation is that, either the pipe here that's below the toilet or the vent pipe that vent out here maybe stick too much into the toilet and into the tank, that it prevent the air from escaping out, from venting out when you flush it. This particular black tank happened to be a 30-gallon tank, and the burping, I start to see it at 16 gallon or so. So I pretty much lose about half of the tank. By the way, once it's burping, all that air that's coming out is bad odor. So what I did next was to try to look into what's going on in there. I rigged up a borescope camera and try to keep it clean as I shown here. And then I basically hold down the toilet flush and stick this down and look inside the tank. So here's what it looks like inside the tank. I'll pause the video briefly here. You see this portion right here? This is the grommet. Up here, this is just a reflection of the grommet and the rest of the pipe down here. So this portion of the pipe from here, from below the grommet to the tip here, should not be there, should not extend down like that. This pipe is about 2 inches in diameter, so this amount of sticking down is probably like 1.5 inches or so. And the tank is really pretty shallow, so 1.5 inches is make a somewhat significant difference. Keep in mind these little yellow thing that you see here. I believe these are like pipe cement that's left over that sticks down. Okay, so based on what I did there, so the vent pipe sticks down too far into the tank. So here's the grommet of that I just get this picture from Amazon. There's a little lip on the grommet here that the pipe should rest on and not stick through. But just like what I just shown you there, the pipe stick through below this lip about 1.5 inches or so. So what did I do to try to fix it? First I took off this siphon cap on the roof of the trailer. And this is what's shown after I take it off. I tried to twist and pull up on this, and I was not able to. Next, I drill a hole through and I put a metal stick through it to try to give me some leverage to twist and pull up. I was able to maybe pull up a little bit here, but it seemed to could not do much. So what I did next was I thought that, maybe there's some bend or some attachments in the pipe that prevent me from doing that. So I did a lot of work to take off the wall. This is the wall behind the toilet. And after I took off that wall, this is the pipe that you see here. The pipe is restrained a little bit here by a zip tie that is screwed into the wood here. And then it go down to the bottom, and then there's no 90-degree turn or anything like that, and it goes straight into the black tank. You can see and feel through here that it just goes straight into the black tank. After a lot of tugging and pulling and twisting, I was able to get it up some, and I also realized that there's a deflection of the position of where this pipe could be. For example, I could pull it all the way up right here so that the bottom edge of this tape line up to this wood here, if I mark it, or it could deflect back down if I were to push down on this pipe slightly, and this edge of this other tape here would line up here. So this is where the pipe wants to be after I talk on it quite a bit. It kind of want to stay between one of these two states. I guess this is in the state, when this comes down here, probably in the state where the top of the toilet tank kind of buckle down, and not the top toilet tank, top of the black tank buckle down, and this right here is probably the black tank top buckle up. And what I did after, I decided to stay with this position, put a double-sided tape onto this pipe, and reuse the zip tie and the screw to hold it here in one position. And additionally, I add this down here, which is down here, by, again, I do the double-sided tape here and then put this clamp on top, the screw on top of that. By buckling of the top wall of the black tank, I'm thinking that, where the vent pipe is mounted to, that this portion of the wall of the black tank does not stay in this neutral position. It either buckle down or buckle up. And just for information, the width of this tape is about ½ an inch. So it buckle up or down a little bit more than ½ an inch, basically. So after doing all that, this pipe will stick off out the top a lot more, and I cannot put the cap on, so I have to cut off this much of the pipe in order to install the siphon cap back on. So just to show you roughly, it's about 2.2 inches. And after I did all that, before I installed the toilet, I protect my cell phone camera this way, and I stick it down to verify. So this is what it looks like as I stick this camera down to verify. So here I am going down through the pipe below the toilet. And going down, and now you start to see right there is that grommet. And you remember the yellow looking material? It used to be way down here with some pipe to it. Now it's way up there inside the grommet. Okay, so that is kind of the end result. And just a little bonus here is kind of show you what it looks like inside a black tank. So the way that this is camera pointing right now, this is to the, I would say, the passenger side of the RV. And this wall right here would be the front side of the RV, the front side of the toilet tank. I mean the black tank. And we're still on the front wall here. And there's a little jog, but the outlet here is also on the front wall, where the dump goes out. And this here is on the wall that's to the driver's side now. I'm pausing it here to show you. This is probably the common sensor, and this is or the ground or the common, and this is probably the flush. And as I go on a little bit here, you see 3 sensors here. So this is probably the 1/3, 2/3, and the full. And these other little dots and little reflection here, I don't quite know what they are. There's something over here, I don't know what it is either. And then this is kind of back to where we were on the vent pipe. And here as I pulling the camera back up here, slowly, as you can see, there's a little reflection here that confused me. I thought that was a pipe sticking down, but it wasn't. The grommet here is flush with the top wall of the tank, if you see there. Okay, and there you have it. Is what the inside of the black tank looks like. See here. So some additional tips here. After I'm all done, I installed the toilet bag. Had a hard time with these bolts here because they're pretty much loose and nothing hold them in place, nothing hold them vertical like that. So I stick some napkins, just tear up some napkins, fold them up, and then stuff them underneath here, and keep this straight and in position, and this straight and in position. I also mark a little line right here so that when I put the toilet on, I can roughly see how to align that hole to this. So with this kind of setup, it was much easier to install the toilet bag. I had a hard time before I figured all this out. Another tip here is that when you have the RV parked, because the vent is on the passenger side of the RV, away from the dump side, if you were to have the RV slightly higher on the passenger side versus the dump side, you would be better off in not having that vent blocked by water. Also, just to let you know that when after I did what I did here, put this pipe in the deflected up position, I was able to fully use the entire 30 gallons without any burping. If I were to have it in the deflected down position here, I was able to only use about 28 or so a gallon, and it starts burping. So there you have it.